ISKCON Purnacharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Dhira Swami Srila Prabhupada Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Astu Charasita Sishimat Divangis Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Anand Gudi Vaishnava Namacharya Srila Haridasa Kurti Praise God Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Govinata Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Guru Vada Vrindavan Dham Ki Mathura Dham Navadvip Mayapur Dham Jagannath Puri Dham Jagannath Baladev Subhadadi Sudarshan Chakra Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Ganges Mai Tulasi Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Nitai Gaura. All glories assembled. All glories assembled. All glories assembled. Glory to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gaura Krishna Gaura Karna Shakti Bhakti Om Gyana Timiran Dasya Gyanam Jana Sarakaya Chakchur Jena Tasai Ingvedena Shri Chaitanya Manom Vishnu Sarvijam Dina Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Ganpati Swapadantika Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuddhapadakam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsya Sri Rupam Sagadata Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajena Sadvitam Sarvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Vadita Sri Visakamavitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tata Chana Radhati Vrindavaneshwari Visavana Sukri Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakar Katariyo Desta Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Again from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Madhya Lila Chapter 4. Sri Madhavendra Puri's devotional service. Begin from text 168. Pratyaha Chandana Paraya Javahoila Anta Tataya Hila Purita Pradyanta. In this way, the sandalwood pulp was made over the body of Gopinath until the whole stock was finished. Madhavendra Puri stayed there until that time. Grishma Kala Antipona Nila Chale Gela Dila Chale Chaturmasya Anandi Raila. At the end of Chaturmasya, at the end of summer, Madhavendra Puri returned to Jagannath Puri, where he remained with great pleasure during the whole period Chaturmasya. Proper purport here. The Chaturmasya period begins in the month of Asada, June, July, from the day of Ekadasi called Sayana Ekadasi, in the fortnight of the waxing moon. The period ends in the month of Kartik, October, November, on the Ekadasi day, known as Uttana Ekadasi, in the fortnight of the waxing moon. This 4-month period is known as Chaturmasya. Some Vaishnavas also observe it from the full moon day of Asada until the full moon day of Kartik. This year it will end on the 5th. Chaturmasya Kartik will end on the 5th of November. The 5th day. And then Bhishma Panchaka start on the 2nd. Then we have Tulsi Vivaha. We'll have disappearance of Bhishma Dev. We have the end of Kartik, the end. Also have the disappearance of, what's the name? One of our chariots. Who? No, our chariots. For some Pradaya chariots. Arka. Nimbarka chariot. Nimbarka. That is also a period of 4 months. This period, calculated by the lunar months, is called Chaturmasya. But others also observe Chaturmasya according to the solar month from Shravan to Kartik. The whole period, either lunar or solar, takes place during the rainy season. Chaturmasya should be observed by all sections of the population. It does not matter whether one is a grihastha or a sannyasi. The observance is obligatory for all ashrams. The real purpose behind the vow taken during these 4 months is to minimize the quantity of sense gratification. This is not very difficult. In the month of Shravana, one should not eat spinach. In the month of Bhadra, one should not eat yogurt. In the month of Ashwin, one should not drink milk. One should not eat fish or other non-vegetarian food during the month of Kartik. A non-vegetarian diet means fish and meat. Similarly, Mashura dal and Ural dal are also considered non-vegetarian. These 2 dals contain a great amount of protein, and food rich in protein is considered non-vegetarian. On the whole, during the 4-month period of Chaturmasya, one should practice giving up all food intended for sense gratification, sense enjoyment. All food intended for sense enjoyment. All. Sugar, honey. And for West African countries, you don't eat dal, so you should give up beans. Because it contains high protein. So it's sanctification. Though Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally praised the nectarian characteristics of Madhavendra Puri, while he related all this to the devotees, he personally relished it. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Nityananda Prabhu to judge whether there was anyone within the world as fortunate as Madhavendra Puri. Is anyone as fortunate as Madhavendra Puri? Chaitanya will ask his judge. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Madhavendra Puri was so fortunate that Krishna personally appeared before him on the plea of delivering milk. 3 times the Lord gave orders to Madhavendra Puri in dreams. Being obliged because of the loving affairs of Madhavendra Puri, Lord Krishna himself appeared as a Gopal deity, and accepting his service, he liberated the whole world. On account of Madhavendra Puri, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Gopinath stole the pot of sweet rice. Thus, he became famous as Shira Chora, the thief who stole the sweet rice. Madhavendra Puri smeared the sandalwood pot over the body of Gopinath, and in this way he was overpowered with love of Godhead. If you have collected great wealth for your Easter day, yes, Easter day, your deity, the deity you are worshipping, you have collected so much, wealth, big money, great facility. And with all the difficulties, but when they pray, it was not like these days when you can easily travel. It's very difficult to travel by walking, not by car, not by train, not by bullock cart, by walking. He didn't use bullock cart, but when they pray, traveled by foot. Passing through dangerous places full of thieves and killers. Apart from the tax collectors who are themselves very, very difficult to pass. He passed through all these things to go to Jagannath Puri. And to carry sandal would have to pay tax and have license to take it. He passed through all that, carrying this thing all the way. And you are getting to, not your temple you are suffering, you are doing all this austerity to another temple. He give everything to this temple. You do that? You do that? Difficult. Why I should do that? It's my temple. It's my temple. If we want to be a devotee, we should learn the formula of devotional service. Our child, they spend their life to teach us the precept by practical example. Gopal told him to go and bring sandalwood. And Gopinath said, give it to me. And he gave everything, not that he should give me some and take some. Completely, give everything completely. Because he's a pure devotee, he could see there's no difference. We will see the difference. It's for my temple. Is it not? A temple. Even around ISKCON, you see some temples are very, very rich. And some other temples are struggling, we will never give anything. Not even manpower, even apart from money, not even manpower. Prabhu, we have 100, and there's some temple I've seen in ISKCON, even here in India I've seen, some temples are having underused devotees. Underused devotees means they have excess manpower. Some devotees are redundant. They can't express their profession because there's so many people there. Many devotees have cried to me, Maharaj, I went to Mayapur, I studied deity worship, I was very enthusiastic, I would go to my temple, resign my job so I can serve the temple. They came out to the temple with all these things. No chance. No chance. There are temples who are crying for a temple, but you don't go there. Here, you can't do the service. There are many 100 people already there. And you just come now. What is your qualification to go there? Excess manpower and see other temples, no manpower. Don't be about the money, manpower. Many devotees have cried to me, cried with tears in their eyes. They resign from work, their duty to go and do deity worship, study deity worship, or other professions. They came out to the temple, no service with them, because there's so many other people already doing that. Many friends I have like that. It will take me a long time to preach to them, to convince them to remain devotees. Many threatened to them. Some left. Because they felt not, what will I do here? Not like in Africa, you'll be running away from service. They are running they're running towards service, they want service. There is no service. What would they do? I better look for it's an organization where I can use my talent. I can't use my talent. They have resigned from work to serve Krishna. Well, no chance. Meanwhile, other temples are there, they're struggling struggling to exist. Don't go there. You belong to this temple, so don't serve there. But Avenda Puri did not do like that. He doesn't have this mentality. So here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking Nityananda Prabhu, check, do you have a devotee like Madhavendra Puri who is so fortunate like this? You don't have any difficulty understanding that Gopal is the same word, Gopinath. They have a difficulty. Theoretically, philosophically, we may preach like that, but when we are physically, practically asked, give all their word to the temple, why? One day, Solani Kaushamaran asked me, asked him, Vrindavan, tell that Prabhu, go and meet that Prabhu. Tell the Prabhu. He should help Lagos temple. Then I don't go to people, I don't ask people for money. But my superior is asking me. So I went, I said, Prabhu, I heard you always, I just heard your name several times. You are giving so much donations. This is already this, can you give some donations? No, my service is for here only. My service is only for here, not outside India, only here. I say, the same Christian. He said, no, my service is only here. I said, okay, thank you. I reported back to the Holy Question. I said, yeah. Prabhu said he cannot serve outside here. His service is limited to here. It happened 2 times, actually, 2 times. One is in Mumbai, one is in Vrindavan. 2 of them, they gave me the same result. My service is for here, for this temple. We don't see that in our scripture, our acharyas. Our acharyas have a different teaching, different lifestyle. We have a different lifestyle. So do we hope to gain the same thing they got? This is my question.
No.
Huh? No. We will get the same thing they got? We don't have the mentality. How can we go there? If we want to go there, we should have the mentality they have. He didn't discriminate here. Krishna is one. So especially I heard Prabhupada said, if you serve in a place which is more difficult, you get more blessing than if you serve where things are very easy. And it is even materially speaking. Materially speaking, it's also like that. If you give a beggar a car, and you give a millionaire a car, who benefits the most? The beggar, because he doesn't have. So this person doesn't have 10 cars and you give him a car. Will he value it? No. He will even ask you, which kind of car is that? It's not up to the one I have. It's just an insult. When you give me something, you give the one that is superior to what I have. You give that to the beggar. Oh, for me? Thank you. Okay, very much. He will remember you for life. A rich man will forget it. Because you already have. So if we do service where it is most needed, you get more blessing than where it is less needed. Is it clear? You say yes, and nodding your head. Yes. Huh? Tomorrow, you're asked to go to a temple that you're going to drink gari in the morning. Will you go there? I'm asking you, this is a practical. Will you go there? You shake your head. Yes. Tomorrow, they're going to tell you, can you go to Ibadan temple? Good, can you send me somewhere? Very practical thing. Yeah, we should not hear things limited. It should not be limited in our consciousness to just see this. We should see it. Broad. So you understand what is happening. So we are seeing Madhavendra Puri. It's easy to understand Madhavendra Puri did this. But You think it's not going to happen to us? It's not happening to us. Our Christian conscience will be tested. Yesterday we were practically demonstrating in a Radha Sunya seminar which is going on. We're going to go for the whole month. It's Solani Bhakti Dhira Maharaj wrote that book, Radha Sunya. Missing Mercy. So we're discussing it. Those who are very fortunate are benefiting. They are hearing and benefiting. So we're talking how we can practically measure our Christian consciousness. Yesterday. Because we have mentioned many times we should measure our Christian consciousness. So yesterday we mentioned this formula is a practical way to measure our Christian consciousness. And for those who are not hearing, are not measuring Christian consciousness, we will remain here a long time. For those who are following, they will get all the necessary help to get out of material entanglement. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, being obliged because of the loving affairs of Madhavendra Puri, the Lord Krishna himself appeared as the Gopal deity and accepted his service. He liberated the whole world. So Madhavendra Puri's glory was not just his purity. It was not just his purity. His glory is that he liberated the whole world. His Krishna consciousness. His Krishna consciousness is beneficial for the whole world. On account of Madhavendra Puri, Lord Gopinath stole the pot of Sudrais. Thus he became famous as Shira Chora, the thief who stole the Sudrais. Madhavendra Puri smeared the sandalwood pot over the body of Gopinath, and in this way he was overpowered with love of Godhead. He was not dry. He was not dry. He was able to see that this deity, this temple and this temple, this devotee, they are all Krishna's devotees. Therefore, wherever service is most needed, he is ready to put his head on her heart there. That is pure bhakti mentality. That is a teaching from Madhavendra Puri. The Lord is very merciful and attached to his devotees. So when Gopinath was covered with sandalwood pulp, Madhavendra Puri's labor became successful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu placed the sandalwood. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu placed the standard of Madhavendra Puri's intense love before Nityananda Prabhu for judgment. All his loving activities are uncommon. Certain Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, indeed, one is struck with wonder to hear of his activities. Papa said, when the living entity feels spiritual separation from Krishna, Krishna Viraha, he has achieved the prime success of life. When one becomes disinterested in material things, he is simply experiencing the other side of attraction of material things. However, feeling separation from Krishna and engaging in the service of the Lord to fulfill his mission constitute the best example of love of Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to point out this intense love of Krishna exhibited by Madhavendra Puri. All Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotees later followed in the footsteps of Madhavendra Puri, serving the Lord without personal considerations. We should serve the Lord without personal considerations. Hare Krishna. Comments? Question? Yes, Father.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
You mentioned about serving in one temple and is the same. We have this practical problem. We serve here in Lagos temple, and because our Guru Maharaj has his own projects, we serve other projects. So we have our service, but we are approached by many people, many new temples. From where they get numbers, we don't know. In Africa, we get approached by many temple presidents for help, and unfortunately, we can't extend ourselves to everywhere. So we have to refuse it. So I don't know. Basically, I didn't understand what you were trying to say that time, because we also say, yes, no, I have my temple, I am serving here. I can't do any service in your temple. I'm so sorry. So I just want some clarification on that now. Some temples would be very poor also. It's not. They also need, but can't be extending everywhere. So
These two devotees, this other customer asked me to meet them. They are extremely wealthy. One of them, they are extremely wealthy. Extremely wealthy. So even if they give charity for the whole world, they will not be poor. But they said no. It is different from, they are not workers. They are not workers. They honor their business, and they're big, really big. I say one of them, I know him very well. If I call him, very big, very, very big. But the mentality is what I'm addressing. The mentality of not seeing broadly. That's the point. They have the ability to do. Even the second person in Vrindavan, it's also. They are given to where they are physically known or be glorified. So that is what they are doing. For a polite person, wouldn't have said, my only service is limited to this temple. A polite person have said, okay, Prabhu, let me check. I already committed here and there. Let me check. Whenever I'll put you in the list next time. That's very polite. Even if you don't do it, that's very polite way. I'm committed to this. It will give pain to your heart. And this person really doesn't want to help. Not that he doesn't have the ability. In the case you are mentioning is that it's different. Yes, I'm already doing. So I also have some limitation to the charity I want to give. Because there are other things also, not only here. That is different. It's different. The consciousness will be that yes, this person has a need for something, it's tangible as you do something. There are some devotees, their project is their own belly. Just their own belly. That's a different thing. So we have to discriminate. Because you have a higher responsibility, you have to discriminate. This person's project is his or her belly. So that way I can say maybe next time. Because we know that better opportunities here. I better put my service where it will benefit more people than only your stomach. So that is bona fide. It's a different thing. It's clear? All right. Yes.
All right. Because you said you try to so devotees who are they didn't have from that temple to answer that temple. was down my devotee brother. I was discussing with him. They need the power to that way. We're supposed to work hand to hand so that they can support each other in any way they can. So he
Yes.
said, Prabhupada said each temple should raise fund by himself. Support themselves. So I don't know how to confirm this.
But what service is he doing? What service is he doing?
Okay. Whenever I come to temple, you assist in the temple. Anyway, sometimes donation and maybe cleaning around the temple.
So if you go to Wari, he won't do that. We are going, November will be there for that. So if he says, can you do cleaning here? No, this is my temple. Proper say like that? No, I will only clean when I get back to being in temple. So Prabhupada didn't say that. Prabhupada was Vrindavan, Mayapur, Bombay. Prabhupada brought money from US to build all these things. He was not thinking that this ISKCON is different, that ISKCON is different. Even though he made it autonomous, which is very good because it gave us chance to demonstrate our feelings we have for Krishna in our services. That gave the chance. But you should know that this is all management. And there's no management thing in material world which is perfect. Everything in the material world is good here, is bad here. Is it not? What is wrong with this one? This idea. My temple is autonomous. Even when I have the means to support all my temple is. My donation I have collected is only from my temple. It cannot go beyond this. The Papa didn't say that. Right? It is very good because if a temple, one temple misbehave and is in trouble, it will not affect other temples. The other side effect is that this also will give us a chance to not helping other temples. So that's the material world. Something is good here is bad. Only in the spiritual world, everything is completely perfect. Management is not perfect. It's just to hold things together for some time. I was telling one friend, we were in a meeting and he was appreciating, our movement, we have, yes, we are very nice now. So many principal laws to guide us. I was looking at him, he was talking at it, he was glorifying that. So I told him, Prabhu, in the meeting, I told him, see, any community, any organization, any country that has so many rules, it means what?
So many problems.
There are criminals in that place. You have many criminals. So don't be surprised. Don't be proud that you have many rules, this rule, this rule. What's the rules you have in Goloka? What's the rule you have in Goloka? Then he kept quiet. So these things are to help us to slow criminal-minded people down. Not that you completely wipe. You cannot completely wipe it. Only slow it down. That is management. To slow down the cheating mentality. But don't think that, yes, such a perfect leader, nothing will ever go wrong in it. It doesn't happen in the material world. It's only go look and get that. Because until the cheating mentality is removed from the heart of people, you cannot stop it. You can minimize it, you reduce it. Press it down. That is management, leadership. Press it down so that it's not be too much and disturb the good citizens. Hare Krishna. Sichita Chatamrita Ki Jai. Sara Prabhupada Ki